What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, brought to you today by the Russell Street Report. Today we are brought courtesy of DNL Tinting, located in Parkville and White Marsh, Maryland. They will give you all of your window tinting, headlight restoration, car detailing needs. They put the shades on the sun. Go check them out at dltinting.com. Today we are going to be going back to last week's win over the Cincinnati Bengals. Didn't put in any videos on Friday or the weekend. Kind of wanted to let it sit. We're going to spend some time this week recapping the game before we move into the Chargers game. And what that allowed me to do is kind of dive into a few topics that I thought were really interesting. So today I want to talk about the offensive line adjustments. If you guys are active on Twitter, you know there was a lot of concern early in this game where I think Lamar Jackson was pressured, I think it was 6 times in the first quarter and out of a total of 9 in the game. So the pressure was coming early, and I kind of want to take a chance here just to show you what I think the issue was. And it's gonna come down to, obviously, I'm not excusing player execution here, but it's gonna come down to the protections that are being asked. So when I refer to a 5-man protection, that's just all 5 offensive linemen in blocking. That means no tight end chips, no running back blocking. It's just 5-man protection. So that's what you're going to get on this first play. Edwards goes out on a blocking route, and then you can kind of see not a true pressure here. Lamar gets the ball out, but you can see the tackles both getting bull rushed here. McCary on the left side by Hendrickson, Moses on the right side. Moses has no hand placement there. He's just going to get basically pushed back, loses all of his leverage, and Lamar has to step up there. And so when your tackles are going to get pushed back like this, it just puts a ton of stress on your interior guys because they can't let the pocket collapse at all. So not a bad rep here, but just to kind of show you guys what one of the issues was, and it was mostly the tackles getting bull rushed right into the pocket. And that was both, as we see the adjustment here, helping out both those tackles was key. So here you're going to see the Bengals showing 6. They have a 5-man O-line, no tights, and Edwards in the backfield. Edwards is going to go out on a route. This was the Lamar Jackson sack, and this is just McCary again, another 5-man protection. Edwards does stay in, but then goes on a route, and McCary just gets beat here. So you're going to see he's not getting enough depth in his set. He's taking a 45-degree set out here, and Hendrickson's going to hit that double hand swipe where he's using both hands there to swipe away and then rip under here. And so you're going to see right there's that hand coming under and just a clean path. And this is what can happen when you don't have any tight ends. They're just going to short corner you and attack, and that's exactly what happened. Moses with a really good recovery here on the right side, but McCary isn't able to. Double hand swipe, rip, Hendrickson around the corner. So things are getting a little scary at this point. This was, again, all in the first quarter. Get another one here. This almost looked like a chip, but likely is just straight up running a flat route. He's not purposely hitting Hendrickson there. So then Edwards again is going to kind of hesitate and then go out on a route. And so as he does that, you can see again getting beat on the inside is McCary, Hendrickson coming across, and that's causing the pressure. So again, both tackles kind of struggling there. It looks like on the inside, Zeitler gets beat, but it looked like mostly Simpson ends up running into him as he's trying to recover in his reps. He's right there, ends up putting him on the ground. So ball gets thrown. Actually, this was the Luke Wilson tackle on Lamar Jackson as he's going, and he just tosses it away. So my guy Dan Reese, one of the best on Twitter, you can see his @ right there. Always asking the best questions. Always gets me thinking, gets me looking for essentially what I should be showing you guys. So he asked me what was the adjustment. So my answer was starting in the second quarter. Again, all those plays I just showed you were from the first quarter. Monken just simply used more chips. He also did ask the O-line to 5-man protect. You're never going to get to a situation where you're not 5-man protecting at all. But he threw in chips to help. And just when the O-line was asked to protect, they just performed a lot better. But what I want to do is focus on the chips and the way they use half slides. So on this first rep, you're going to get Ricard in here, and he's going to give a little chip on Hendrickson. And so what that does is it adds an extra, lineman per se on this side, and it allows you to slide your center and do a half line slide to the right. So you can basically split the offensive line in half here and go 3-on-3 against whatever your front is. So Let's run it through, and you're going to see Ricard out there on Hendrickson, and you saw Linderbaum slide to your right. Now, Simpson just straight up loses a one-on-one here. If you're looking at this, BJ Hill just straight up tosses him. This is just a little rip under. You're going to see that right hand here just kind of go under that inside arm right there, and he ends up getting the QB hit on Lamar. This was the deep shot to Bateman, but as you can see, so once the ball is snapped, you instantly get Linderbaum sliding to the right because you got the chip here to help McCary against Hendrickson. So by just putting him off his path here, allows McCary to get into his set, get a lot of depth, and then as you can see, as he comes off, McCary's just squaring up, and that's just a tough rep for Hendrickson to win. Obviously, this is a great example. You can scheme all you want, but guys got to win their one-on-ones. John Simpson did not do that in this case. But right here, this was a good example of what I want to show you guys. You get the line split in half. You get a 3v2 and a 3v2. That's just a very simple way to help out your offensive line, and this is something we're going to take a look at because they just kept doing it. So you got Likely on the right-hand side here. So again, you're going to see Linderbaum, half-man slide to the left. There's that line split in two. Likely is going to give Moses a little help by just, working him off his spot. Good example here because it's putting the pressure on McCary. McCary's going to make a one-on-one block. Like I said, you're still going to ask guys to execute, but now you can let Linderbaum and Simpson work the inside. So it's almost like you're pressuring someone different on every play, and a hell of a rep from McCary here. Gets pushed a little bit there at the end, but, good distance, keeps Lamar comfortable, and obviously, again, the disruption right here on the chip by Isaiah Likely. Moses can square up, uses the time. Good example here. You can chip, you can help all you want. You still got to make your block. Moses, I think, just gets a little greedy with his punch, misses it, and he ends up coming inside. But the difference is that chip gave the time a little bit of a margin for error for Morgan Moses. OBJ takes that ball across. What a game from OBJ. You got Likely on the left-hand side here. Again, he's going to chip on Hendrickson. Linderbaum slides right. We're once again splitting our line. This time you're getting a 5-man pressure from the D-line. You're going to get a little bit of a wait here from Logan Wilson, but he's still trying to occupy Simpson. Essentially what he's waiting for is Simpson to look away before he's then going to pursue as a rusher. And you can see Likely out here, even after Lamar's already in his drop, he's carrying that chip. And they kept Hill in, so they used a 6-man protection plus a chip. So they're just asking you to get out there. But this is one of the issues, and we'll talk about it in a later play. As you keep Likely in, as you keep Hill in, now you only have 3 guys out running routes trying to get open for your quarterback, and that can lead to plays like this, where essentially no one's open. You see the tight coverage there. And this is a play I want to look at Simpson again. So as I said, Logan Wilson is standing there. He's pausing. Simpson's looking for work, and I respect that. But Wilson's just looking for him to go over and help Linderbaum or help outside. And as he does, that opens this rush lane. As much as I appreciate Simpson finding work, when I see a guy doing this and spying, I need to keep my eye on him. I can't go make that punishing shot if it's going to open up a free lane like this. And this is a great example because, first of all, he knocks the rusher right over Linderbaum. So as you can see right here, he ends up hitting his back, and that loses all of Linderbaum's leverage. So he ends up basically knocking his own guy over. And now Lamar has to get rid of the ball because Logan Wilson's coming. So again, appreciate what Simpson's doing, but when there's a spy like that, just be patient. Unless the guy obviously is losing and you see it, then go help. But Linderbaum had this under control. Picks up the stunt right here. And I don't think he was necessarily in danger of losing this rep, at least until Simpson knocked him over. But there you're seeing it again. They're splitting the line in half. They're using 3-man on each side. Similar thing here. You're going to get Likely. You see Linderbaum's going to slide left. Likely's going to disrupt the right tackle. McCary gets out on his guy. And once again, lots of time. Hits OBJ again. Now, is this the one? So here's what I wanted to show. So you're going to get 2 tight ends. You got Kohler on the right side, Likely on this side, and you got Edwards. So you got 3 of your 5-man personnel in. Edwards is going to run a route out there, but you've asked Likely and Kohler. So the only 2 outside, which they're on a 1-by-1 here, you only have 2 guys out there running, right? And then you end up getting the leak out here, which is fine. But the more that you ask your guys to chip, the more pressure it's going to put on your team. And the reason that I'm flagging this as a consideration, if it was against man coverage and the Ravens saw a ton of man coverage, I wouldn't really make this point because, again, there's tons of benefits to helping your offensive line. But when you're playing so much zone, it's hard to have constant zone beaters when you don't have enough guys out flooding those zones. So when they're keeping 3 guys around the line of scrimmage like they do here, you're only having 2 guys out against, 6-7 man coverages, and they're in zone. You can see Logan Wilson dropping back here into his drop zone. And so yeah, you've helped your offensive line, but now no one's open. Now this is the beauty, is you can get leak outs like this. Kohler helped on the right tackles guy, and then he leaks out, gets a gain. So nothing wrong there. So it's not that we shouldn't be doing it. It's just the consideration of, yes, it's great to help your guys. It's great to give those chips and help your offensive line. But there are considerations and a little bit of a downside to it. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button. And please hit subscribe if you're new here. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.